Hello, everybody. Welcome to Most Wanted Topics. I'm your host, Kevin Dennison. We have a jam-packed show tonight. Along with me to my left is the mighty Mafu. Going to kick things off tonight.
That's right.
How you doing?
Well, I'm doing good, and I have pushed a bomb tea away.
Nice. One more week, and then you're on Christmas vacation.
Oh,
Can't wait for that, huh?
Which means I got to watch that movie.
We got to watch that movie again. That's his all-time favorite here in the household. We love that movie.
Edward.
That it is, Edward. We have Atomic Tommy's going to be on tonight. You're going to start things off. We have a lot to talk about.
Indeed.
First things first. We wrapped up the Toys and Tushies drive for the Union Gospel Mission.
They were very happy.
They were happy to get the donations. They specifically told us the need this year was great and that they were so happy that we blessed them with some generous items like socks, diapers, wipes, and toys. And they said they had a lot of boys looking forward to some superhero toys. And we can accommodate that.
Well, yeah.
And we did. And I tell you what, Mighty Mafu was so good to see the appreciation. And it feels so good to help those in need, especially in the local area.
Yeah.
You know, it's really good to get out in the community and support it, and especially where there's a great need. And we all want to say a special thank you to everyone who participated in the Toys and Tushies Drive. Thank you for your generous donations.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and thank you for bringing them in. Let me tell you, they were happy.
And the kids are going to be very happy on Christmas morning.
And we took a picture with some of the staff that helped us carry the stuff in from the truck, and it was just fun to go there in the morning and drop all the stuff off, and they're going to have fun opening presents.
Oh,
and the kids are going to believe in Santa Claus, and it's going to be fun.
Santa Claus is coming to town, baby.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. But you know what we have to talk about? We had a lot of fun things come out here right before Christmas. So if you're looking for gift items for the Transformer fan in your family, the Mighty Mafu is going to speak about some things that came out. Mighty Mafu, why don't you kick things off?
Yeah, so let's talk about some Transformers.
Yeah, 40th anniversary cards are out.
And I brought the box. Look at this box. See, I love the front part of it because the 84 packaging art is my all-time favorite. And then on this side, it's some comic artwork. On this side, it's issue 2. On this side, just some writing. And then on the front, on this part, it has the 85 box art. And it's the American version, not the Japanese version. But you can collect the artwork cards. Like there's box art cards in here that you can collect 9 of them, and you got the back of the box art. I pulled some epic bangers. I pulled some creator chase cards. A Brawn and Dive Bomb. These are Simon Furman. For those who don't know who Simon Furman is, he was basically the person who took over for Bob Budiansky, like 1987. He wrote some of the Marvel comics and some of the Marvel UK Transformers. And so these are rare cards because they're chases, but once you get them, it's like, wow, these are sweet, and they're Simon Furman chase cards. You can also pull artist cards, like this sweet Optimus Prime. Look at that, and it's even signed.
Yeah, it's got signature on it, so that's a rare. And, you know, some of them are numbered, too, so they're very rare.
Yeah, and then this one is another creator chase card. This is a Bob Budiansky Megatron. And look at that artwork. This is my favorite
that is great
card.
Artwork.
I'm not going to lie. Megatron, he is right beneath Optimus. My all-time favorites.
Cool. So that is that's the Transformers line. They're at Most Wanted Comics right now. If you need to get some stocking stuffers, we have the packs at Most Wanted Comics.
Yep.
We also have boxes if you want to get the whole box to really have a good ripping experience when you rip packs. We have the boxes too, so make sure you stop in Most Wanted Comics to pick it up. Now, you also read the latest issue of Transformers, Matthew. How'd that go?
Oh, I have 2 things I would like to talk about. So the first is kind of like based on Thundercracker, okay? Because Thundercracker is now loyal to Soundwave. You know, he's the new leader. And Thundercracker is kind of like, I don't know how I feel about all this destruction because the Decepticons are basically destroying this town. And Thundercracker is like, I'm not sure how I feel about this. And then when he and Soundwave are walking around, he sees a family. And he whispers like, hurry, run. And that kind of shows, and then before he says that, he kind of looks sad.
It shows a sensitive side of Thundercracker.
It shows a sensitive side of Thundercracker that just kind of makes you think, does he still want to fight for this cause after all this destruction? And you know, he's kind of finding it from Soundwave, like, I don't know if I want to fight for you anymore. I might just go fight for the Autobots. And yeah, so that was a pretty powerful moment when that just shows a really sensitive side.
Yeah, and who knows? We'll see if somebody turns.
Exactly. Who knows?
We don't know. We don't know what's coming down the road. All in all, Transformers has been one of the best series that, you know, we've talked about this over and over and over again. Image has done a good job with their universes, and from Redcoat to Transformers to
Cobra Commander
to Duke, all that stuff has just been awesome. And it's kind of a good segue because we're going to bring in Atomic Tommy here and talk about DC stuff. It's good to see right now there is some just awesome stuff going on in the comic world.
Yeah,
there's good comics
going
on.
Coming up. It's not just the main players, Marvel and DC, but you got Image and Skybound and all of these different...
Yeah, and the horror books that are coming out, too, even from the different studios. It's all good stuff right now, so it's a good time if you're going to set a New Year's resolution to get into some comics, because there's some good stuff. Well, Transformers, of course, but there's some good stuff coming out, and good stuff to read. So, Mighty Mafu, thanks for your takes. I'm looking forward to ripping more packs. We'll have to do an opening with you. So take care.
Live next time? Unboxing, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. We'll do a live unboxing with
packs.
You. We'll rip packs.
And that's going to be fun.
Cool, Mafu. Well, thank you. Take care. We'll bring in Atomic Tommy next.
Peace.
The Mighty Mafu sure gets excited about those Transformers.
You know, he's a fan. He's a fan. Can't blame him for being a fan.
There's nothing wrong, and you know what? They are putting out good stuff right now, and the product for Transformers is as good as any. And the cards are great. The toys are great. The comics are really awesome. So... what the heck? Let's get to it. Let's talk about something. Let's start off with Creature Commandos.
Yeah, we got it, man. We got to do our weekly recap of Creature Commandos here.
Yes, we do.
Okay, we're going to be doing spoilers. So, spoiler warning if you haven't seen it yet, right?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You've been warned. We're going to talk about it.
Man, I got absolute chills when Sergeant Rock showed up. Now, keep in mind, I've never read a Sergeant Rock comic in my life. I don't own any Sergeant Rock comics. He's not exactly my favorite character, but I got chills, man. I never in a million years ever thought that we'd ever see Sergeant Rock in the Easy Company, like any of these old classic Silver Age DC war characters in a DC project, show, movie, ever, anything. I never thought we'd see any Sergeant Rock representation.
It was good to see James Gunn give homage to the old war comics. I mean, back in the day, DC did a ton of war comics. You know, I mean, come on.
Back in the day, one could argue that DC was just as much known for their war and sci-fi books, and we're talking like Golden Age, Silver Age right here, than they were for like their superheroes, you know, because they had some heavy hitting titles in the war and sci-fi category. Mm-hmm. And if this is any indication, James Gunn is not ignoring that. And that's what, especially... Sure. You know, when we get to stuff like the Metal Men, William Magnus, who made an appearance in this episode.
So that's all the rage now. Are Metal Men going to become a thing?
Kind of slid under the radar for a lot of people, probably, because not many people know who those characters are. But William Magnus, the Doctor, is actually the creator of the Metal Men.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So I just like that James Gunn's giving homage to the old school Silver Age.
Yeah.
And letting people know that, hey, if you're not even familiar with this, he's getting the person interested in reading some of those old stories. And I tell you what, DC was awesome in that day. There was just like they are now with the Absolute. They were great with all that stuff back then.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
Anyway, Creature Commandos, another hit this week. Another banger. We're looking forward to next week.
It was really good. If you like action-packed cartoons, this is so far so good.
Yeah.
So far so good.
So far so good. Let's move over now and let's talk about some comics. We got to talk about the big book from this past week. The one you had to be picking up, and that's Ultimate Universe Year One. What a phenomenal book. The Ultimate stuff, proving that they can still keep up with Absolute in every way. And I'm really excited to see their sort of back and forth over the coming years as they try to consistently one-up each other now that they actually have some competition going in their titles. But that's a discussion for another time. As far as the book itself goes, not only does this give us our first look at Ultimate Wolverine, which is sure to be good. That's coming out in January. But it also does a really nice job of connecting the Ultimate titles, telling us where we are and telling us where we're going. So if you don't know, brief summary, the Maker is sort of trapped away right now, locked away, stuck somewhere, as far as I know, right? And the Ultimates are sort of on this clock, this countdown till the Maker comes back. So they've been going up against the Maker's Council, which is like, the Evil Hulk and Omega Red, Colossus, right? Viper, all of these different characters. And what we're getting in this book is Nick Fury, who works for the Maker and simultaneously it kind of works for the Council, not really, but seeking redemption for all the bad he's done, trying to pull one last trick on the Maker's Council. So he calls a meeting, gets them all together, and we see how things play out. Doesn't quite work out so well, but I'll let you guys read it and find out for yourself. And what we see, which is so cool, is a connection, right? They're starting to connect all of these titles. We get the Leaders of Children of the Atom, which we see going on in Ultimate X-Men, and we see Ra and Khonshu, from like the Black Panther series. So we're getting these connections going. They're really building and really playing into their how powerful they are, how much they really run, and how evil they are, and how they really can't be stopped that easily. So they recap, they preview in a great way. It was an awesome book, a really fun read with twists and turns. Nick Fury, always a great character. And no matter the universe, Nick Fury is always a cool character.
I think he's always been a cool character. Yeah, I'm a Nick Fury fan.
Every version, too. Every version of Nick Fury is cool, right? He's just a cool character. But that was Ultimate Universe. Let's move on to what's coming up this week. We got three big books that we have to talk about. Number one, TVA number one, the Marvel Loki series debut characters that people like. They were prevalent and introduced all the way back in like Bronze Age John Byrne Fantastic Four. Those characters were introduced decades ago. They became popular again with Loki, and now they're getting their own ongoing title. I think it's ongoing or limited. I'm not 100% sure, but they're getting their own title. TVA number one drops this week. Also, Hellverine number one, local Minnesota superstar writer Benjamin Percy back again for another Hellverine, Wolverine adjacent title. He's the only one that can do it at this point.
Oh, he's been on the ball on it the first time. So
absolutely. The 4-issue miniseries from this year was a hit. They brought it back for an ongoing series, and that starts this week. Also, we cannot forget some DC love here.
Oh, hold on a second on that. I hope they get Brent Schoonover on some art on that Hellverine.
Brent Schoonover, yeah, name dropping another great local artist.
You have to, and this was a good segue for him because he does good Ghost Rider work, and there's no reason he shouldn't be called in with Percy because he's good at working with Percy.
He is.
Benjamin Percy.
Ben Percy, yeah. He has worked with Percy before on some local smaller projects.
Yeah.
And it would be awesome to see Brent make a return to Marvel. So there you go. Bring Brent Schoonover back, Marvel, if you're watching.
Yeah, let Percy work with Brent Schoonover.
Yeah, everybody wants to see that. Anyway, one last title we got to bring up. DC needs some love, all in. New Gods, number one. That's going to be a great book. That's going to be awesome. There's a slew of new DC titles coming out here. New Gods is one of them, and we're hyped. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything right now, like I said, is good right now. And if you're looking to jump into comics, now is a good time to jump into comics.
Yep.
Because all the brands are really hitting their stride right now. So all the companies are hitting their stride. So whatever your fandom is, it's a good time to jump in to start reading some comics. And you know what? We offer a pull list.
We do.
At our shop, if you're afraid that you can't keep up with it, don't worry. You can come. It doesn't cost you any money. All you have to do is sign up for the titles you want to get. We'll pull them for you. And we only ask that you come, once a month, pick up your stuff. So if you miss a couple weeks, no problem. Just once a month, clear out your folder so it doesn't build up and accumulate. But yeah, we do that as a service for you. So feel free to jump on and get some titles. Give them a try. I think you might like some of these titles that are out there right now.
Yeah.
With that, should we get on to some shout outs?
I think we should.
I think we should. We're going to cut in line because we want to give a special shout out to Eli today. Thank you for following us, Eli. Matt and JD, as always, thank you for following us. We love the fact that you guys always come to our store, and we love your support. Dan, the State Farm man, and Jamie. How you guys doing out there? Thanks for supporting the show, and thanks for supporting our store. We love it. Of course, Caleb's out there. Jimmy the Sousa. Jimmy, we're working on the special coming up here. You're going to have with Atomic Tommy on Spider-Man. Mark, and Brian, Jeff, Ryan, Jim, Liz, Sydney, Sheila, Pat. Of course, Pat, the whole Dwyer family is super. It's so cool to have families come in. The Gossovich family, thank you for following us and coming to the store. Shanice, Larry, and of course Rick and Melissa, who are out there and on their journey up north, and of course out to Tennessee too. So have a safe trip, and then we'll see you when you get back. And have a Merry Christmas out there. So yeah, that's the shout outs for the week. If you like what you see and want more, make sure you smash the like button and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And with that, we will be back next week with another awesome episode. You take care, everybody. We'll see you next week.